Cox. These teachings are based on the science of music and enable us to look at any time period of the universe.
We really do need to talk to each other more rather than just sending text messages back and forth. Hi, my name is Norma Hickox and I'm a professional musician. I wrote that song several years ago, Talk to Each Other. I'm played for many different occasions. I've even had the honor of playing for the President of the United States, President Ford. I play and teach 6 instruments: piano, organ, guitar, mandolin, accordion, and violin, and compose music. The material for the Chrysalis teachings flowed into my head the same way the music did when I was composing. I'm not only the author of the teachings, I'm also the publisher, having published 6 volumes of a 12-volume series. I also am somewhat of an artist. I've won several blue ribbons in local art shows and painted a portrait of President Ford, which was presented to him. My books and music are up on Amazon. The teachings are divided into 3 sections. In Windows of the Past, we'll learn of creation, evolution, chakras, the brain, the soul, reincarnation, and more. In the second section, Journeys in the Present, we'll learn about channeling, attitudes, goals, karma, birth, death, eternal life, and UFOs. And in the third section, Pathways to the Future, you'll learn about the science of music. This gives us much new technology, such as my new solar energy system, and you'll also learn of a new school I've designed, the Chrysalis Experimental School. If you're curious about everything and are ready to step out from the teachings instilled in you as a child, this course will serve to stretch your mind out into the ever-expanding universe and give you answers, some simple, some complex, but all of them logical.
I live in Simi Valley, California with my son Neil, his wife Claudia, daughter Fiorella, and son Leland. Neil is a computer scientist and has done many of the drawings used in the teachings. He has also kept my computer updated and in good operating condition. I couldn't have done any of this without his help. When I began composing in 1981, the music and lyrics would flow out in complete form. A year later, I began to receive information from a spiritual source that flowed the same way as the music. This new material was later explained to be from spiritual teachers whose intent is to bring the Chrysalis teachings to human understanding. My individual part in the work is to act as a thought provoker, to bring through ideas that stretch our minds and break us out of the shells of old thinking, allowing us to wonder, what if? This work is in the realm of creative ideas before inventions are made or new products are designed, and opens the possibility of new ways of doing things. For the last 35 years, I've been working on the science of music. This science will tie everything that has existed since the time of the Big Bang until now to a musical vibration for the purpose of finding compatibility between the different kingdoms. I have been blessed with the privilege or gift of knowing many spiritual truths. It seems that some part of my makeup has the ability to know and see the aspects of creation in a way that relates to musical vibrations. Please allow yourself to imagine that perhaps I have been given incredible insight into some of the mysteries of the universe. Actually, being a musician, it was the vibrations of music that I've been exposed to since the age of 4 that enables me to do this. I don't fully understand this phenomenon, but I trust it and enjoy being able to give people the pictures and explanations I receive. These are the Chrysalis teachings. I call the higher aspect of my soul the time traveler. He is a transformer of the vibrations and the interpreter of higher plane information on which I rely to understand the thought pictures I access. The time traveler rides on his magic carpet of time, which is powered by the vibration of the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The vibration of the colors of the rainbow matches the vibration of the musical scale of C. The time traveler himself vibrates at the tone of middle C. He is from the musical universe and is actually one of the first bits of vibration that were a result of the Big Bang. He has the ability to travel instantly to any time period of the universe. These teachings will clearly show that birth, creation, and development, evolution, go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. We will look first at birth and then at development, and we'll start with the birth of our universe. The Creator is actually a scientific reaction to circumstances. This is truly the secret of the universe, a scientific response in which all of creation was based and is still based. You and everyone else on the earth are the future and are responsible for the continuing progress and evolvement. There is no one up there that is giving original orders. Each generation of evolution becomes more splendid. We are indeed creators of our own universe, not only on a small size scale, but also on a large scale. One concept that I'd like to explain before we begin our journey is that of the line of demarcation. For every event that has taken place in our endless universe, there has been an equally important event taking place under the surface. I like to call the imaginary line that divides the two different realms the line of demarcation. Events below the line take place in the ethereal or spiritual realm. Events above the line take place in the physical realm. The oceans are good examples of the dual nature of all things in existence. There is an outer experience and an inner experience, both going on at the same time. Picture the outer experiences of life as the ship we see in the picture traveling over the surface of the water. Underneath this ship, deep down in the water, there is much going on that is not visible to us while we are caught up watching the movement and beauty of the ship. Even those aboard the ship experiencing the bouncing of the waves do not see the teeming life below the surface. Below the surface of the water, there are entirely different aspects to existence than above. For instance, gravity and the means of sustaining life are different. I was given a look at the evolving universes that went through 7 phases of buildup, then imploded, and started the same buildup again, leading eventually to the Big Bang. Universe number 1, tone of C, color of red, potential differentiation. This cocooned vacuum of complete stillness, frozen and dark, eventually produced a vibration. This first universe was an endless identical frequency of light with the potential to separate into fragments, the absolute beginning of all. Universe number 2, tone of D, color of orange, potential force. Vibration caused a tear in the cocoon. Universe number 2 was just being, a state of stagnation combined with force. The vibration tore away skin of the original black hole. Universe number 3, tone of E, color of yellow, potential expansion. The tear in the universe caused it to unfold its petals. The third universe is built on the building block called potential expansion, an unfoldment of nothing or vacuum. Universe number 4, tone of F, color of green, first manifestation of sound. Universe number 4 saw the actual manifestation of sound in physical matter. A droplet of condensation formed, the first matter in the universe. Universe number 5, tone of G, color of blue, first manifestation of color. The droplet of condensation, the atom, split in half, forming 2 droplets or atoms, one positive, sound, one negative, color, bringing in the manifestation of colors and the first manifestation of male and female energies, the first polarity in the universe. Universe number 6, tone of A, color of indigo, the first manifestation of friction. In universe number 6, one droplet pulled more vacuum in, and the other half gave back to the vacuum, causing it to overbalance. The friction between colors and sound caused the area to be filled with crystalline white light. The first universe number 7, the tone of B, implosion, the color of violet. First manifestation of energy, the actual beginning of creation, the start of everything, was caused by this vacuum becoming so great that it caused an implosion, a vacuum sucking into itself. The potential of enormous growth and evolution was present in the 5th and 6th universes and produced atmospheric effects that manifested in matter as clouds. The clouds became surging, pregnant units of force made up a frequency. The build-up into glorious beauty could not be contained and caused the stripping away of each universe in a receding order, falling clear back to the beginning, and the build-up began again, only as a transformed beginning. The build-up leading to the explosion followed the same path as the first build-up. The first 7 universes were like 7 puffs or pulsations of a mushroom cloud, followed by an atomic bomb explosion. When the buildup of the 7 universes reached the same point the second time and imploded, the droplets reunited and pushed the material contained in the droplets back out into what was left of the vacuum and caused the big explosion to take place. The second universe, number 7, tone of B, sound of explosion, color of violet. The first manifestation of nuclear explosion. The second time the energy rushed back to the center, the big explosion took place, the first nuclear explosion. The explosion shattered all except one atom, which was left perfect and whole, the hydrogen atom. This then was the birth of our Creator, the beginning of our universe. This explosion is what the scientists call the Big Bang. This light eventually sank or collapsed into the black hole where the tiny, tiny original atom that came about because of the explosion is still churning forth its energy that is bubbling up out of this black hole for all time. This one atom that was left pure and whole and fused is smaller but more powerful than anything that expanded off of it. Even though what expanded off from it is enormous in size by comparison, it is the generator of the life forces for all reaches of all universes.